Guys? Where is everyone? Where's the whole crew? Where's just Brian? He's the whole crew. Brian? Clarke? We're supposed to be shooting today. Guys. Hello, boys and girls. This week, we're jumping back into the spooky realm and digging deep into our favorite demonic possession comic and TV series, Outcast. The book is still going strong with its 26th issue coming April 27th, and the TV show's second season recently aired its first episode internationally. Yay. Before we go any further, let's welcome today's guest and demonologist, Clarke Wolfe.
Oh, hi guys. And just to be clear, I'm not a demonologist.
Clarke, we're so thrilled to have you, and congrats on earning your degree. First things first, we've got some horror-related news for everyone.
Oh boy, and what is that?
Our new book, Redneck, was released this week, and holy shit, it is a blast. Written by Donny Cates with art by Lisandro Esterin, Redneck follows the Bowman family trying to get by while running their local barbecue joint in a small Texas town. But there's a catch. The Bowmans are vampires.
What?
A peaceful coexistence between their kind and human is coming to an end, and generations of hate, fear, and rivalry come to a boiling point. Pick up issue 1 this week and be sure to let us know what you think on the Insider page.
That sounds right up my alley. It's almost as if you guys should do an Insider episode on that.
You're fucking right, we will. Keep an eye out for that next week. I didn't need to say fucking. Keep your eyes peeled for that next week. We'll be having a roundtable of sorts. Cruz went to Seattle to eat some barbecue with writer Donny Cates, and good times are had by all.
This weekend, C2E2 is hitting Chicago, and Skybound will be there kicking names and taking ass. Sure. If you're going, make sure to check us out at booth 217 and come say hi. Also, take a picture of your Walking Dead or Skybound cosplay and tweet it to us, or share it on the Facebook Insider group.
Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks here. Michael, Cruz, and I ventured to the lands of the Carolinas to pop in and say hi to the cast of Outcast Season 2. Needless to say, it was a spook show. But we did get the inside scoop on the second season of the show, and I recorded some of it to share with you all. Roll it!
It didn't hurt Uncle Mark. It was the black thing.
Season 2 is going to be great because we're going to be delving much deeper into the mythology. We've established at the end of the season that there is this large network of demons, that they are, expanding much beyond Rome, and we'll really get into that in the season and find out exactly how far this conspiracy goes.
It's like season 1's kind of like the slow burn, and now we're hitting like the black powder. We're starting to bubble up a bit quicker.
It was very important for us to establish these characters, to really understand why they were motivated to even continue on this journey. We pick up that energy in season 2, and it was very important for us now to start respecting the audience by giving them some of the answers. We have a hero that didn't ask for this gift. He's been saddled with it. It's a monkey on his back, and how he handles it, becomes a very important part of who this character is.
Look at him! See him for what he is! For that man, he is the devil!
We're going to be taking Reverend Anderson into some really interesting places in season 2. We'll see him, working through his faith, trying to maintain his faith, and also using that to try and figure out what exactly is going on around him.
Well, I think he's beginning to see his faith crumbling in many respects. He has to be more human, and basically question whether a God does exist.
We have Anderson, who is the true believer. We have Kyle, who doesn't know what he believes. And with Megan, we have the pragmatist, who doesn't believe in things that she can't touch and feel.
She's trying to figure out all of those, that whole, litany of very low-key, chill things that she did. And I think slowly figure out what might be the way forward. I feel like Megan's still kind of weirdly a little bit of the skeptic in the second season. She knows like maybe this piece and this piece and this piece, but those don't really fit together.
Man is dead. One of mine. You show up at my house with his blood on your hands, what the fuck do you expect me to do?
I don't want to give away too much, but the chief goes through some big changes. The law and order of the town clash, and we get to see how he deals with superiors.
Every person that is possessed, their possession is as unique as they are themselves. who you were before you were possessed, what your personality was, how you lived your life, affects what you are and how you are after this demon has occupied your body.
I thought that was a real revelation for the character and for the whole concept that who's the bad guy here? The humans or the entities?
And we will be delving into that in season 2 in a big way, actually. You'll have a much better understanding of a lot of the framework that goes on in this network of demons and what their plan is. And, you know, there'll be some big revelations along the way for Brent Spiner's character, Sydney. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff with him in season 2. Maybe a little bit more carving. We'll see.
He got my mom and dad. Like he got me.
Boy, I am so excited for the new season.
As we all are, Clarke. And if you missed the first season, you can currently buy it on iTunes, so go freaking do that.
Yeah. And speaking of the show, I recently sat down in this very room and talked with showrunner Chris Black about the second season and bringing Robert's comic to life.
Oh, you did now?
Yeah, Ian. You were there. You actually filmed it.
Do the thing.
What thing? Hey everyone, here we are in studio with Mr. Chris Black, the showrunner of Outcast.
Hi.
Let's talk about, if you don't mind, what being a showrunner is.
The showrunner is the day-to-day person who's in charge of what stories you're going to tell. You go into that writer's room. If you have a bunch of spirited, opinionated people all pitching ideas, someone has to say, we're going to do that. There's also the additional responsibility of making sure you're protecting Robert's vision. And we're not doing something crazy that's not his show.
We've talked a lot, you know, in the past about, you know, comparing the books to the show. Some of it is like right out of the comic, but then some of it it's completely its own thing, especially visually. What was sort of the thought process behind all of that?
Well, first of all, I'll just say the comic, first and foremost, is always the starting place. Mm-hmm. It's where the story springs from, it's where the characters spring from, everything starts from the comic. When we started doing the pilot 2 years ago, or a little more than 2 years ago now, I think, because we were building this world from scratch, we used the comics really as a template, a visual template. And if you look, particularly in the early episodes of the show, even some of the framing was done in such a way that, which was a conscious decision by Adam Wingard, the director, and David Tattersall, the cinematographer, really used that framing scheme. I'll single out 2. I love Sydney because I love working with Brent, because I was a huge Star Trek fan and have been, and I worked for 3 years on Star Trek Enterprise, and having had a chance to sort of be in that world, it was such a sort of fanboy pleasure to be on set with Brent and spend time with him. And I love little Maddie, who plays Amber, who is such a pro, an unbelievable professional at her age, 7, 8 years old. And the rapport that she has with Patrick, and the two of them off camera are just inseparable. I would joke sometimes with her, it's like, you know you have a real dad. It's like, is your real dad cool with this? The first season of the show, I look very much as if Kyle is a superhero, a comic book superhero, it's an origin story. And the whole first season is about his becoming the hero that he needs to be. It's about him discovering his superpower. The second season of the show, the threat that he faces becomes much more front and center. And so the real stakes, the extent of the enemy that he's facing reveals itself to be larger and more challenging than he imagined. And I think that is gonna then just manifest itself in the show with a heightened degree of supernatural content, that there will be some more visual effects, there'll be some more spectacular stuff.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for chatting with us. We're so excited for I'm so excited for season 2.
Well, thank you for having me. It really was a pleasure. I can't wait for everyone to see season 2. We're very proud of it.
Wow, what a fantastic chat. I wish I could have been there.
Well, that wasn't even the half of it. If you want to see the full uncut interview, head over to skybound.com and become an insider if you aren't already. This is how you'll get access to all these neat full-length interviews and videos.
Clarke, it has truly been a pleasure having you here to celebrate all of this Outcast goodness and keep me safe from all the demons.
No promises.
Tell all these beautiful people where they can find you on the interwebs.
Oh, you can find me at Clarke Wolfe, Clarke with an E, Wolfe with an E. And you can also catch me on the Outcast podcast, where we're covering the comics and the TV show with mega awesome guests. We just had Robert Kirkman, and we had Patrick Fugit, and we had Ren Schmidt, and we had Philip Glenister, and well, the list goes on and on.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Subscribe to our YouTube, like us on Facebook, become a part of the Insider group on the old FB, and like Clarke said, become an insider, you flippin' bozo. Like and comment on the video, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Clarke, that really wasn't cool.
Eat your ice cream.